Hey guys, Troy Dooley, MLM Help Desk, doing the weekly MLM news, and this is going to be an abbreviated version. I've been in Austin, Texas all week long. That's why we don't have a flag behind us. But I tell you what, some exciting news has taken place, and this whole video, for the most part, is really focused around what has taken place this week. And if you guys haven't heard yet, Xowii and Evolv merged. This has been broken by Rod Cook, Ted Knighton, and everyone. The fun thing is, I love the cell phone. This is a Texas company. They're right up the street in Dallas. I got on the phone and I've been talking to everybody. Brent Hicks called me last night. We had a good conversation and talked again today. Jim Christiansen and I have been on the phone. Garrett McGrath and I have been on the phone. They're going to be tonight with Jim Gilhouse and I on Aces Radio Live. You're going to hear for the first time anywhere from the mouths of the actual businessmen that were involved in this transaction and why they did what they did. Now, I know a little bit of the facts, and I'm going to share with you what these guys want. They're humble in every case. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Christiansen, if it's Trey White, if it's Hicks, if it's Garrett McGrath. I know these guys, and they're not going to go out of their way to make a big hoopla. But every one of them, without knowing, wasn't scripted, anything like that, said the same thing. Troy, we wanted what was best for the distributors. And I really believe that. You know, these two companies launched in 2009, like 13 days apart. They've both been growing. They've done millions of dollars in volume in their first, real first year out of pre-launch. One of them, though, has the science. You know, when I was talking to Jim earlier, he said, Troy, you know, it was just a natural fit. They were looking for weight loss. We were looking for a good science. We wanted to really build a story. It mixed. Compensation plans mixed, everything mixed. Let me share a little bit of the backstory. You know, Garrett McGrath, about a year ago, was left high and dry with his team. His company had left the network marketing arena and he was looking for stuff. Well, he eventually found Evolv and really felt comfortable going with that company. But in the interim of searching, there was a couple, 3 other companies that really were professional in what they did. And one of those was Jim Christiansen and his organization. Jim and Josh had come in and talked with Garrett and Sylvia, and they had really been very professional. And Garrett has nurtured that relationship. So just a few weeks ago, when they were up in Dallas doing some stuff, Garrett said, man, you ought to come by and meet the guys. You need to meet Brent and you need to meet Trey. And since it's a slower time in the industry, man, I'll even drop my hours back on a plane. Garrett's always traveling somewhere. He goes, I'll wait. Well, they got together. What started out as a meeting just to mastermind and have fun. You know, two competing companies in the same niche, network marketing. You know, anytime you can just be buddies, that's what it's about. Well, these guys realized very quickly that there was more there. And before you know it, Jim had said, why don't you guys fly out to San Diego and see what we're doing and meet my partner, Richard Kelly. And I tell you what, anytime you get a guy like Trey White and a guy like Richard Kelly, who are both serial entrepreneurs, both of them know about real estate, both of them know about business, you get them together, something's going to happen. And these two guys and their executive teams got together. And within just a matter of time, they realized, you know what, we can do more together than we can do apart. And this is a win-win. Xowii distributors. Xowii had a binary compensation plan. Personally, I've never liked these binaries because it's crazy, but Xowii had a hybrid type deal, and so does Evolv. And I've mentioned Evolv's got kind of a hybrid deal over here, and this is something to watch. Well, the fun thing is, Evolv pays a little bit more than Xowii. So when these Xowii distributors all become part of that new Evolv family, they get a pay raise. That's pretty slick right there. Here's the other thing, and I talked with Brent about this morning. I said, Brent, you know, the rumors are going to fly, all kinds of crap's going to go on. Tell me how you're making this. He said, Troy, I set my leaders down and I told them, we're not going after Xowii distributors. Don't be telling me that this guy's in Xowii and now he's in your downline. It's not going to happen that way. He said, we're bringing that whole Xowii organization directly in. It's intact. They have synergy going. We don't want to mess that up. We want to build a new family, a larger family. I thought, man, it's kind of like the Brady Bunch. And I mean that with respect, not laughing here. When you can merge two families together and they become one, do you realize the synergy behind that? I started looking at some things in both of these companies that I put together. You know, these companies, when you look at their leadership, now let me tell you, Trey White's going to stay on as the chairman of the board. Richard Kelly, who's in hotels and all that good stuff, he's going to be on the board of directors. That's a positive thing right there. You're gonna have Brent Hicks staying on as the CEO of the company. James Christiansen's going to be the COO of the company, and you've got Josh, who just came back actually to be part of the Xowii. He's going to be the president of the company. When you put the synergy of all these guys together, and I mean, I think the oldest one might be Trey. I don't know. They're about 43 to 34. We're talking about some powerful stuff going on. When you take the fact that they're going to look at all the Xowii products, they're going to see what they can do to with their science and all the guys they've got working for them. When you look at what Jim and his crew has created over there in a very short time, it's magnificent. Here's the best part, and I said this in December. I said, you know, when you look at the companies that are finalizing lawsuits, when you look at the consolidation of the industry, there's going to be some great stuff going on. Monavie and Xowii had finished up their lawsuit. It was done. This left Xowii distributors ready to roll forward. And now you've got these guys rocking and rolling. I'm going to be in Dallas in April. I'm going to get to meet these guys. But this is big. Now, is there controversy surrounding this? Not really. I don't see any controversy. Now, there's going to be some people that are always going to leave. I would say probably around 10% of your people might get a little dysfunctional. They might take off. You might hear some things from leaders that take off, and I tell you, that can happen. You know, a lot of times, and I want to make sure we understand something, guys. There's a lot of times you'll hear stories on the internet. So-and-so got paid to go here. So-and-so got paid to go there. A lot of times that's not the truth. Now, I'm not saying that signing bonuses don't happen, and that's part of business, and if that's how somebody runs their business, great. But a lot of times it's performance-based packages. And if you perform at a certain level and you're able to make that thing go, then there's some additional bonuses there. I've been known to do that myself. I believe in performance bonuses. But what you're going to find is that this right here is the best of everything. There's people that have left Evolv. They weren't able to live up to their performance. There's people that have left Xowii, weren't able to make their performance. That's okay. They're going to find new companies. You guys that are left, you guys in this brand new family, I mean, I can't share the numbers, but when I got the numbers from Brent and I got the numbers from Jim, and I put the numbers together, I have a feeling that the new Evolv Xowii merger in next year's direct selling news, top 100 companies, I have a feeling that we're going to see a little Texas company and a little California company. All of a sudden, they've merged together. They're going to be the new Texas MLM company that's going to be on that list. I mean, there's some exciting stuff going on here. So watch these guys, man. Watch what's going on. This is powerful. Garrett McGrath, who's just become, he's a good friend, and watching what's happened to him in the last year, watching his servant leadership, how he kept it together, watching his team as vultures started coming around, and he just kept it together, and they stayed focused, and they stayed true. It's amazing. Now, look at what's happened. In 1 year, the story is flipped. What looked like lemonade, I stole this from Corey Citron over at Xowii, what looked like lemonade or lemons has become lemonade. They have made the difference. They added just the right amount of water, no pun intended, a little bit of sugar. Now they've added a little energy and weight loss. Sky's going to be the limit. I mean, this is going to work. We're going to be doing some reviews in the upcoming weeks on this new company. I've got new product being rolled in from the Xowii side of things. We're going to see what's going on here. It's going to be a powerful deal. Now, there's a little bitty other news that I want to catch on real quick. A little bit ago, we did some reports in the wireless industry about a man named Chris Greco and what he had done to a lot of different companies. Well, he's back with a new name. I just got off an email from the attorneys that are working on this case out of Las Vegas. And we'll be sharing some more information in the upcoming weeks about what's going on, what company he's with, what's out there. He's using his real name now, not his fake name. So we're going to be watching that. But overall, the industry's growing. People are excited. Bo Short's going to be on this afternoon on Aces Radio Live. You know, him and his partner, Ty Tribble, landed when their company went down. See, I wish their company would have reached out to Trey or some of these other guys. Matter of fact, let me say this right now. If your company right now is a small company, maybe you're hurting, maybe you just can't make it, give me a call. You give me a call and I'll make sure you get set up with Trey and Brent, and you can talk to these guys, Jim, on the phone, and see if they can help you out. And maybe there's a merger here that can take place and save the distributors. Maybe there's an acquisition, I don't know. But I want to see some people out there this year making money. I believe we've seen a turn. You know, from 2009 to 2010, we increased by 1 million distributors in the United States alone. I think the 2010, 2011 numbers are going to rock the house. Live life like it's an epic adventure. We'll see you at the top.